Hello, and welcome to the last Go Mode Boots Camp mentor tournament thingamajiggy. I'm CJ. I'm here with Laoria and Kaysden.
Hi.
Hello.
Ethan, say hi. Hey, yeah.
Today,
We apologize.
yeah, we were talking before the stream and we were all laughing. So we all kind of have to start off the stream, we'll all be kind of like recovering from that. So yeah, this is gonna be a sword assured open 7-7 seed, just like the mentored rounds of the tournament will be. We're gonna go through and kind of talk about Laoria and I what our thoughts on being a good mentor, being a good mentee, kind of what you should think about doing before you start your your matches and things like that. So in a second I'll let Laoria kind of chip in, but I do have this Excel spreadsheet that should be posted into the chat there, and you'll see that we kind of made up a rando D&D character for me, if you will, where we kind of went through and said, okay, for this, what am I going to be confident in and not confident in? This is a good tool for all of the mentees out there to kind of fill out. And, before they talk to their mentor, just kind of what are you confident in, what are you not confident in? But with that, hi, Laoria.
Hi. So one of the things that we went through with this is we wanted to, since CJ was going to be kind of mock running, obviously most of these CJ is much more confident in, like, for example, the potion camera unlock and things like that. Like, CJ does know how to do those, but for the sake of being able to kind of give that mentor-mentee mock experience here, we wanted to put some things that we knew he would be good at. So like he's comfortable with dark rims, but then we wanted to kind of finagle some things that he wasn't really confident in so that we could maybe talk about how we could maybe do those on the fly. So for example, I know based on the spreadsheet that CJ is good with dark rims. So since it's sword assured, I may be like, hey, CJ, before we get started here, what are you thinking for your opening?
Yeah, so, there's obviously the two. There's Uncle and Sanctuary. We'll start Sanctuary this time. Again, once we start running here, I'm going to kind of take the role of the mentee, but last year, all three of us actually were involved about turn down game audio. I can do that. Let me know if that's better. But all three of us were involved in the mentor tournament last year. I would say that one of the biggest things is early on, just have good communication. Don't just show up to your race and expect your mentor to just kind of talk you, or like just tell you how they would run the seed. The point of this is to learn and ask questions and to, gain experience in the, kind of rando community and stuff like that. So don't be afraid to reach out early and often with questions. There's tons of people around that'll be happy to help you out. But yeah, a good place to start the conversation is what kind of opener do you like to do? And so we're going to do Sanctuary today. So Laoria, do you want to give a quick rundown on that?
Yeah, so with just kind of asking those questions, it kind of, sets you up, like, where are you going to go from the beginning here? So CJ's going to start at Sank. We're going to get whatever that one item is there. And then, obviously the play from there is forced into Kakariko. And we may have a discussion, do you want to do Lumberjack? Do you not want to do Lumberjack? But I think at that point, we maybe ought to just go ahead and do instead of talk about do.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started here. I believe that we're all set to go. So let me go ahead. Is the game audio good for everybody before I get started so that I can stay focused on the game once that's going? But, just other things to discuss, like, perfect.
Wait.
Before, were you going to say something, Laoria?
No, I was saying sweet as in it's good. Sorry,
okay.
Go ahead.
So like a thought may be, if I don't get 50 rupees or bombs, are we still going to go into Kakariko, you know? And so we'll go ahead and get started, and this is a good conversation to kind of start off. So we'll go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's get you learned, buddy.
Get me learned. There we go. Oh boy, what a great start. Okay, so my...
Alright, so...
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so getting that map there, you know, we automatically know Dark Cross is going to either have a key or an item. So as far as where you're going next, are you thinking Lumberjack? Are you thinking setting up tree poles?
I am definitely gonna go with the tree pole setup because it's a sword start. And there should be a 4th enemy up in here.
It is the bird.
Okay.
Boom. And so just like that, SEJay has set up a tier 3 tree pole. So he's going to drop down in here and he's going to pull that tier 3 from the tree right next to the exit here.
And if
because
I
he
don't
did
find,
not get hit.
If I don't find bombs or rupees here, what's the thought?
So if you don't find bombs or rupees, because you have a sword, saving and quitting to Uncle isn't too bad. 20 rupees isn't exactly a whole lot, but I also still like just going down to CAC and gambling it. You could also check the bush crab.
That's what I was gonna say. Is do you think I should check bush crab here?
Yeah, I do. All right, now it's your choice at this point. I personally like still going into CAC, but if you're gonna check the Lumberjack from this direction, go ahead and save and quit.
Now my game plan was to go ahead and check Lumberjack and then this tree pole for a tier 1.
Okay, we walked past Lumberjack, but that's okay. So tier 1 and tier 3 are the exact same. Which is fun.
It's good to know.
Yeah. Well,
that's the cape.
that's certainly a thing. We'll have to keep an eye out for Bumper Ledge whenever we get into the Dark World. Hey, look, money!
Money! So there is a tree pole here that I could have done, for tier 1 that may have been a better choice, if I was doing this route anyway. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. But it's not the end of the world if you know, make a little mistake or something like that. Don't think that your mentor is gonna berate you.
How dare you? Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that you wasted time walking down for that tree pole. No. See, that's example of what not to do. And non-example.
And what are your thoughts on doing escape since I'm here?
Do it and set up a death warp to do Dark Cross. You got the map already. If you find the small key somewhere on the way down here, then you know Dark Cross is an item.
Oh, hello,
you could
friend.
gamble it's not. I don't like those gambles personally.
Yeah, we'll just tank through that. So where can I find hearts in here?
So you're gonna go left up this hallway here, and there will be 3 guards in this next one. At the top, there's going to be 2 pots that both have hearts in them.
Yep.
You could also wait until you get to after the first blue key card. Alright, so there's some quick setups for this. Like so, where you do your sword up and then you kind of spin the guard there and get the double spin on him. There's some people that face left and get a poke and then a spin. You can also just slash, and those work too. And that's the heart that I was talking about after the blue guard.
Yep. And so it's good to talk, if you're a runner, you know, if you're not feeling comfortable, don't be afraid to mention that. Say, you know, where can I find health around here? Is there anywhere that has hearts? Is there anywhere I can heal up? Because your mentor may know of some pots that you don't know about.
I would also throw out too that as a mentor, don't feel like you have to be like 100% knowledgeable about the game. It's okay to admit to your mentee, like, I actually don't know the answer to that. Like, I'll straight up tell you, SEJay, If you, for whatever reason, wanted magic in the back of Escape, I could not tell you where those small magics are because I'm bad and I should know that, but I don't.
Okay, let's do this.
But I'm gonna straight up tell you that. Ooh, okay, so SEJay is going for 8 flashes. He left the green guard alive so that he can warp. Or at least I
And
hope.
I'm not. I didn't find the small key, so I don't like...
That's fair.
Okay.
Alright, so going into CAC.
Yeah, I think I feel comfortable going into Kakariko here.
I mean, I hope so. We have 400 rupees.
Okay, so what's our play after Kakariko, do you think? Because we could do South Shore, or we could do... I mean, I guess it's kind of dependent on the items, right? Like, depending on what we get here.
I was gonna say, let's wait and see what we get from Kakariko, because there's a bajillion and 7 checks here. That number is 100% accurate. Don't at me. So without bombs here, I don't like going into Blind's Hut. You see how SEJay kind of skipped it. Dipping the well here and gambling for bombs is totally fine. If you don't find them here, I like walking down, finishing the rest of CAC out. And if you have to buy bombs and come back up, that's way less of an issue. I'll tell you exactly where we're gonna go after CAC.
The mountain, right?
Yeah, totes the mountain.
Just lose $80 right there. Another thing that I'd like to bring up while you're running this is, feel free to just chat. Like, it doesn't have to be serious business all the time, you know? It's just fun to talk to people sometimes, so... If you need time to focus, make sure you mention that as well, but right now we're just kind of doing, kind of the normal start, so... I do think we're going to Eastern after this, though, right? Not South Shore?
Yeah, we're going to Eastern after this. The only thing that would make, in my opinion, a thing to hold off on would be if you found boots, but
what if it was a pendant?
If it was a pendant, I still, if we're not finding any other progression here, I would still be tempted to at least go that direction and do Saha's Closet and hit Eastern. You don't have to keep the pendant, but at that point, if you're going to go that far back in, you might as well. But right now, with that lamp and with that bow, the seed is screaming Eastern. I know that there are some runners, I'm not one of them, but there are some runners who hold off doing map checks until after they finish CAC, and in some cases even after they've done South Shore, because they want to let the items tell them where to go as opposed to their map.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good... To not get, like... If you get everything to go to Eastern, but then, you know, it's a pendant, but it has your progression after all.
Right.
Sometimes reading the items is a little bit better. Okay.
Did you do the back of the tavern and I missed it when I looked away for a second?
I did not. I'm going to go and do that now and then finish up with library and race game.
Yeah. Perfect. Now, what is your thought if you get a shovel in these next couple checks?
Well, you've got to check big spot. You're right here.
So you walk over there after race game. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. What would you do?
I do the same thing. I 100% do the same thing. Hey,
yeah,
look, bombs.
Seed is pretty much only telling us to go to Eastern, huh?
As of right now, yeah. Oddly enough, you're not going to be happy with me, but you know what that lamp also does?
Unlocks Escape the Ugly Way?
Cross.
Yeah.
It unlocks Starcross.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Well, that's a bottle.
Ooh. So it's good to keep note of. Alright, so interesting choice to do this blind. Some people will say scout it out. I don't hate this considering you literally only got a bow and a lamp from back. Like, you have a direction, but sometimes, you know, you'd expect to get more progression out of CAC.
Hey!
Whoop, there it is. Good call. right.
Perfect. So we go off to Eastern now.
Off to Eastern.
Okay. For mentors, I will say, this check is one that's oft forgotten.
Yeah.
So make sure if you're mentoring, you know, that's a quick check that you could take a peek at what's on that island.
I will 100% say that I have lost races because I have not checked that soon enough. And it gets very frustrating very quickly.
And for those of you who have watched some of the other technical races, I'm going to try to do some of the tricks they do. My pumping isn't the best in the world, but I will try my best to if it's available, show off some of the tricks that have been shown earlier this week.
And again, based off of the sheet that SEJay and I kind of filled out together beforehand, you know, there are some tricks that he may not know, but we could be able to try and figure out on the fly.
Yeah.
Like dark rooms, except you were already fine with dark rooms, and that's not even an issue anymore.
Right. That was quick.
Does this mean SEJay is going to mimic Clip? I mean, he has a bow.
I can try to mimic Clip if we want to see it.
You know...
Again, goes back to if you're having fun, what else matters, right?
Great. SEJay does have Quake, yes. Nice full magic drop. Alright, so ideally, we're going to get some kind of push to another direction here in Eastern. This is slower, but it's safer.
So what's the faster route?
If you have boots, doing what you did is faster. If you don't have boots, hopping down and walking up through the cannonballs, again, is faster.
Okay.
Yep. So, this little set of rooms here, it would have been cool if we had a hook shot, because then you could put that button room. But it is what it is. You know, no hook shot, no problem.
Hook shot's not a required item, right?
I mean, no? But yeah? How's your Moldorm bounce?
Terrible.
Oh, well, then, yeah, probably required. How's your hover?
Oh, no!
Alright, so you
their friend.
went down a little too soon. You were a little too far to the right.
Oh, that's interesting.
We got all 3 dungeon items already.
Yeah. I'm just a little surprised that the big key wasn't locked behind that lamp.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised too, but I'm going to venture that there's something back here.
Yeah, I would say that this is not a skip that I can make with this kind of way the seed is run so far.
Well, you got all the dungeon items, so you know the for sure this is an item. I would not... This is a gamble I hate anyway, when it's a 50-50 dungeon item or not. So I would be hard-pressed to make this gamble in a different situation, but knowing it's an item, I absolutely loathe skipping it.
Okay. And then this room, you can do this. But if that's a little tricky for you, you can just, you know, if you have an invulnerability item, or you can kill all the enemies in the room. But that's a fun little trick to know how to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so after Eastern, what are we thinking here? Are we thinking South Shore? We could also do Escape from the Front.
I think you see what you get here. If you get a glove, even put into the back of Escape. Personally.
Uh-oh.
Ouch.
Whoopsie. That's not how you do this room.
If you need to go out for fairies, you can. Alright, so for those who may not know, if you're low on arrows, in that room there that SEJay just went through, the top 2 pots both have 5 arrow drops in them. Be very careful here because cannonballs are scary. And they do literally the amount of health you have left.
Yep.
Good. There's a card there, so less scary. Great.
So those are 2 hearts in that room if you didn't know about.
Yep. And Armos, SEJay's version of the Armos quick kill, he sets up a little bit weird here on the left. Most people are going to set it up on the top right. Which I believe was showcased in the anti-session yesterday.
Yes, I have a weird Armos setup.
Yeah.
But whatever works. If you have a strategy that works for you, use it.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I didn't see what you got from that.
Nothing.
Oh, okay. So yeah, South Shore would be, I think, the way to go from here. You've got at least 7 checks, and then depending on if you want to walk over to Ice Rod Cave.
So at this point, what are your thoughts on doing Ice Rod Cave versus out of logic Zora checks? If we find a glove, Zora becomes in logic, or flippers, right?
Right. There's a few different, like schools of thought, I guess, on Ice Rod Cave in general. A lot of people try to hold off on it and Nagina until you have boots or flute. But I personally think if you're going to go ahead and be over there, just go ahead and grab it, and then if you really want to do fake flipper, you can walk down and set it up, or you can splash delete after saving and quitting the Link's house.
Okay, with my current layout, I am able to splash delete, so...
You are.
Oh, hello. You go Agina, if you go this side ever?
I don't usually, but if you want to, I don't hate it. I mean,
I
would hate it because you're backtracking, but...
Yeah, it was more of a... I was gonna go this way, but I was curious what your thoughts were. I feel like I like to do Agina if I have hookshot or boots in that scenario, but not with what I had.
Yeah, I know some people like it, but again, I think you're right. If I'm going over towards Agina, I'd like to be able to check out Desert Ledge, and it just feels so slow to walk all the way there, and then walk all the way back to Agina's cave.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Save and quit?
Ooh. Yeah. With flute, absolutely, because you can always flute to 6 to Agina or flute to 8 for Ice Rod Cave. So definitely save and quit, activate that flute. And you know what?
We're running thin on
see, now I'm torn. Yeah.
You guys, you want some music on our walk?
I mean, I really do love being serenaded by the sound of flute / ocarina.
Here, I can do like a remix. No?
Yes. More
the
please.
quick swap flute combo.
Okay, so SEJay held out his sword there because if you release your sword, it can make it where you activate your flute faster. Another fun trick is you can just quick swap back and forth to flute real fast, and it will do the same exact thing. Alright, where are you headed?
I'm gonna go to Ice Rod Cave.
I like this. So, what are you thinking after this, though? If this doesn't give you anything, where are you thinking?
I'm thinking Agina's cave before committing to escape. Maybe do the mountain with the flute.
So, Mountain, you only do have 2 checks in logic right now.
Mountain?
Never mind.
I'm thinking I'm gonna
Mountain.
go to the mountain. It's just a hunch.
Well,
That explained what I was supposed to do pretty easily, huh?
yeah. I mean, this is the one thing that I do love about some seeds is like they make it really obvious where you're supposed to go. Something to keep in mind is we got nothing of value from that bow. And so it's in my mind, I'm thinking pod or pyramid fairy are gonna be potentials.
Right, because of their because of the Eastern being a red crystal.
Yes. Healing up.
Yep. Just to be safe. It's okay to take a couple seconds to be safe, I think.
Yeah.
So I personally like to go up before I go across.
I do
Which
too.
is a bummer if we find Mir on the other side, I guess.
It's a bummer, but honestly, it's not like too huge of an issue if Mirror is over there. I mean, because this could be Hammer, you know?
Yeah. Nothing.
It's
I think
not.
this could be a good time
Could've
to call in Kaysden to see if there's anything. Kaysden, is there anything going on in Chatland that I would like to know about?
There's just some discussion of the spin on the flute going on right now. Other than that, nothing that you guys haven't covered.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Wow. Kason basically just said we're good at our jobs right now.
I don't think he quite said that.
I mean, that's sure what my brain translated it as.
That's fair. Okay. Hey!
Hey!
So we do Hera, right?
We definitely do Hera.
Then Spiral Cave after?
Yeah, you don't want to have to climb the mountain twice, so definitely Spiral Cave after. Hookshotting these bad boys is really good. When I first walk in here, you can actually always get that first one if you kind of hold up left a little bit and shoot straight up. You'll almost always hit the center one with the hookshot.
Okay. Up left?
I have some confirmation in chat.
Oh,
Upright,
no.
Currently not bad at your jobs.
Upright.
Oh, now I am.
You're not currently bad at your jobs. Okay.
No.
So, hey, easy strat here. Hold your sword out to the right. Alright. Hang on. You can just tap left and it'll move you down.
Oh, okay.
It'll nudge you into the corner.
Okay.
And funny enough, Kayston taught me that last mentor tournament. He wasn't even one of my mentors. Just taught me things. But yeah, you definitely don't want to have to climb up again, so Hera first, and then you can go down from there.
Do we do the basement of Hera if we get the small key?
You have the hookshot. How do you feel about Hera potting?
I don't remember what I put on the Excel sheet.
You said not compete. I can show you my weird way for Hera pot, but if you don't want to do it, it's fine.
I honestly can't remember what I put on the Excel sheet.
Anyway.
Okay, I'll Hera
You
pot.
put it that you're
Come
not
here.
super good.
Get me.
Why are you trying to step work? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what's happening?
So that's the big key, which I feel like makes Hera pot an even juicier play.
Yeah. Don't forget the map chest, though.
Oh yeah, I've done that before. I mean, I've never done that before. Yeah, that's one item.
Cool, there's one more item.
So my setup's a little
Okay.
bit different than a lot of the ones that you probably see, because I am weird. I have some weird setups,
No.
but...
Your setup is very similar to mine, though. Except I start a pixel higher on both of those. I literally just start a pixel higher on both of those.
Yeah, the one that somebody tried to teach me has something to do with, like, something about half frames or something or other. Okay,
Yeah.
we're out.
There's your second item. Sweet. Ignoring big chest.
So good to
No,
keep
you're
track
taking
of your
first
items
shot.
as you go through dungeons, obviously. And again, like here, my weapon layout is fighter sword and hammer for this boss. So if you're not comfortable with hammer here, make sure you know, explain to your mentor if you're hoping for another sword or things like that, that you can hunt for those before you do a boss that you're uncomfortable with. Because Moldorm, pretty commonly known as one of the easiest bosses that doesn't cause any issue, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's 100% the case. If you can't tell, you're being very sarcastic. Moldorf is absolutely a jerk, and he really likes to knock you off of his platform.
He does, and if you have a fighter sword, you have to get him 6 times, whether it spins or slashes. And his enraged mode can be, not very fun.
Mean. It can be very mean.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll do Spiral Cave. Do you save and quit out of Spiral Cave, or do you, leave and float away?
Oh,
Like,
I believe it's faster to go ahead and leave and flute. Hookshot will one-hit these.
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, did we check Floating Island?
Nope.
Well...
That's fine. Welcome back for Hookshot Cave eventually.
I mean, ideally we're going to have to.
Mitts! Oh.
Dang
it. Would have been nice. Okay, well I don't know.
Okay, so you have Escape, you have Out of Logic Flipper Checks, and you have Agina.
I feel like Agina and then Escape. Personally. Hey look, our final medallion.
Okay. That's good news. And you don't have to worry about a medallion hunt. Who knows, we may not even have to do Meyer and TR. They can both do pendants, which means we'll definitely have to do at least one of them.
Alright, so... I do think that if this isn't it, in logic, the answer has to be, Escape. Do we gamble on it being mitts or gloves somewhere else?
I mean, I think you go ahead and you go to Escape. It's kind of gross, but if it is just flippers in there, then, you know, you have flippers for Swamp Palace.
Yeah.
And, you know, logically, Ice Palace. Gross, but it is what it is. Boy, I can't wait for the small key to be in Dark Cross so that you could have done this all in the dark earlier. Cool.
Well, if the small key isn't in Dark Cross, it has to be, right?
It could be in the back. Well, no, yeah, you're right. At this point, it has to be.
At this point, this has to be a small key. Yeah.
Unless this is a glove.
Yeah, I guess it could be that.
Could be a glove.
Or
flippers.
What? Yeah, flippers. Oh, please be a small key. Alright, so we got... Fun fact that Hookshot kills like everything here. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have boots, so I can't show off all the key dashes in this place. That was my attempt
at Lumberjack, by the way.
Yes, Cape is on Lumberjack, so we need a Master Sword to get it. Oops.
Yup. Good quick swapping ahead of time so you know what you are... You're thinking ahead of what am I going to do.
Yep, this, I believe, has to be an answer. There it is.
Hey! Great, that's circled access.
Okay, where do you like to go? I think Pod.
I like to start... Yeah, I was going to say Pod. I like to start Hype Cave anyway.
Oh, this is not where I should have gone. No.
Well, you're committed now.
No.
You also have flute.
I meant to go to, Mountain Cave.
Yeah.
I pressed down instead of up. So here I'm gonna do this and then map check it, and then if it's a pendant, do we still dive it?
100%.
Yeah, I know how you feel about pendant pot. Okay, so it's green pendant. And
Oh, baby.
Okay, so we've got TR as our red. I hate that so much. Oh, no. Okay.
I'm so happy about everything right now. This seed was made for me.
Give a nice pause there for me to update all my crystals.
So the one bummer... No, go ahead.
Gonna say, is anything here hook shotable?
I do not believe so, no. The rope was.
That'd be nice if you hook shotted an enemy if you could then grab onto them.
Grab it?
Yeah.
Yo, that's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, you definitely, if you're not comfortable with dodging enemies, doing what SEJay did and just hook-shotting or stunning or slashing to get them out of your way is good. You definitely don't want to lose PP along the way here. Alright, so mirrorless pod can feel a little monk-esque. On your way back up, since you don't have the mirror, I want you to get that pot that you hook-shotted to up on the mini helmet floor. Because it's got a bomb.
Not Bola.
And you're low on bomb.
Okay. There's also 2 bombs in this next room, right?
Yeah. Just 3 bombs, 4 bombs, not exactly a place you want to be, especially since pod does use a lot of bombs. So
we mimic clip here, right?
You definitely do not mimic clip here. I'm not the biggest fan of this routing. If you get a small key, I think that you can route in the lock side a lot nicer.
Oh, you go up the middle if you get a small key?
I go up the middle if I get a small key.
Okay. Okay. Again, I think that that's a good example. You know, I choose a route to go. If you're a mentor, you don't necessarily say, like, what are you doing? You know, mirror and restart.
Where
but
are you going?
Yeah, you just kind of go back and you say, hey, you know, this is how I would route this. I think it's a little bit faster. And, you know, from there, you just kind of figure it out.
Because now since you don't have the boots, you kind of have to do this weird routing through the arena down there. To be able to get back up and go over to the vanilla BQ chest. Plus these beetles are kind of on the weird side.
Yeah, they're not the nicest. And I will say this too, as a mentee, don't take anything that is told like a suggestion on a route or anything personally. Remember that you're just trying to learn. Don't feel bad if you make a routing decision or something that, you know, in hindsight you realize was not the right choice. Everybody's still learning. We're all still learning always.
Yeah, even the mentors are still learning, 100%.
I mean, mostly the mentors are still learning.
Exactly.
I don't think you ever stop learning at this game.
Here. No, this is great. Okay, so we've gotten 4 keys from the front. That's the minimum number of small keys that you can get from the front of pod. So this is either an item or a key. And it's
a dungeon item.
Dungeon item. Did you get 5 keys? You got 5 keys.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun thing. Yeah, and I like what you did there, throwing the bomb to load that out just kind of preemptively.
Okay.
There's the big key.
Do you think we kill the boss of this dungeon with it being a green pendant?
Okay, my philosophy is yes. However, you also have a fully clearable. Hey, look. You also have a fully clearable Soul Woods and a fully clearable Thieves Town,
right?
As well as the entire rest of the Dark World,
right?
But you also don't want to double dip this. Like that was
well, what if it's a map? I definitely don't do it.
That's accurate. Like, green pendant turn-in can be a thing. Ooh, setting up an area.
Oh no!
Oh no. Yeah, and Xylo in chat is right. Like, green pendant is a big incentive to.
That's not even the right spot. I'm out of here.
Yeah, just go through the front. You can always death warp. You have a lamp. The Kadongos do 1 heart of damage no matter what mail you have. Just be careful on your way down.
Yep.
Okay. No map yet still. I'm not even counting items at this point. I'm just watching for a map. You have all the keys. You have everything else.
Yeah, there should be 1 item and 1 map left.
Correct.
Save and quit?
Okay, map on the top. Save and quit.
No,
And
I
if
like to
it's green
start at
pendant-
Link's house and work my way backwards.
I do too. This is my optimal strat because then you are kind of
Well, also,
forced, but you're incentivized to go north.
yeah, and I feel like I currently, with a fighter sword, green mail, you know, maybe not the happiest moth fight of my life.
No, probably not. The only Monka-esque thing I'm thinking about with Claude is if green pendant turn-in ends up being an item, but you're gambling progression on 1 item, and at this point, you're not far off from go mode. Actually, you're in mitts mode.
Am I? Unless we need... Well, we know where Ether is, and I have the books, so...
Yeah. You don't need a mirror because Swamp is a pendant.
Yep.
And you are comfortable enough with fake Flipper
Yep.
that Flippers to get an ice is not necessarily a requirement. I do know, just knowing you personally, as the friend of mine that you are, whatever, yeah.
Uh-oh.
I do know that you would very much like your boot.
I would very much like my boots. So what happened there?
You're skipping Stumpy is what happened there. You also hookshot into the visual cone of the enemy. And so, for whatever reason, when you hookshot into the eye cone of these enemies, it like stops your hookshot short. A lot of people see that in Aga Tower in like the little skinny ledge area right before Aga.
Yeah, I like to show that
There's
off
a booth
because
there.
I feel like a lot of runners don't realize that when you shoot that hook shot out and it just like bounces right back to you, it's actually hitting an invisible entity in the game. It's kind of wacky.
It is super wacky. It's like a anti-stunning cone. But it doesn't block arrows, I don't believe. It's just your hookshot and your boomerang, right?
Yes. And then save and
Save and
quit? Yes.
Alright. VOO?
I think so.
That book did give you Ether Tablet, but I would be hard-pressed to climb the mountain just for that.
Yeah, maybe if I had boots. For hook speed.
You had boots, and you had, like, your mitts from Go mode. If mitts are there, like, cool. Can't hookshot the pink trees. Like, I don't know. If the mitts are there, then bully for you, but you have so many other things that you can check right now, including two clearable crystals.
Yeah, I think that we should do Thieves Town first. It would be nice to find a mirror. It'd be nice to find another weapon or a mirror for checking Ped.
Yeah. Because grossly enough, mitts could be on Ped. That'd be pretty nasty.
That would be very nasty. That would be that would not be great. You do Thieves Town before you do the other checks in Village of Outcasts here?
It depends what I'm on as far as like health and mail and my comfort level today. I usually, if I'm gonna do it, I'll do treasure chest game, I'll do brewery, and then I'll debate whether I save Sea House for
Okay.
after.
Okay.
But I usually go down and do brewery and then come up to do Thieves Town. You also, when you do that, you give yourself just like an extra check to see if you have boots, because boots makes Thieves Town a lot better. Because Thieves Town has these giant lobbies
It
that
does.
aren't exactly fun to go through.
And you can't hookshot a lot in here.
No, there's not a lot in here.
And this
there's,
is
like,
all
this
just a
little-
personal comfort. If you're more comfortable doing Fire Rod Moth here than your blind script and you like blue mail for blind, well, maybe try to, look for that first. That's one item in the front.
Yeah, because you got the compass, you got the big key, and you got the small key.
Yeah.
So, picking your brain about something is, Bootsless Thieves Town is kind of, slow, so time to pick your brain.
Right.
If Thieves Town was a pendant, and you found what you found here, what would you do?
With 3 items in the back, 1 item from Go Mode, I would probably leave to go do Skull Woods and then come back, because I'm terrible at routing. 3 in the back, with it being a pendant. If it's a green pendant, I'm definitely doing it. If I have hammer, there's 3 in the back. Yeah, I'm still probably doing it. 3 in the back is a lot.
Yeah. So, the more I think about your decision to leave brewery and chess game for after, the more I'm okay with it, and here's why. Thieves Town is one of those dungeons that doesn't change much, whether you're in go mode or not, right?
Yeah.
So, waiting until after to, go and open those 2 chests, like, you could find Mitts here and be and if you did that, I would still recommend checking those just for boots and a sword or silvers, because Master Sword Silverless Ganon really sucks.
Yeah, or blue
Or
mail.
bottle.
Yeah, any of the safeties, that would be great.
You know what I'm just waiting to see, though? Ooh.
Huh.
Okay, fun little fact here before I finish my sentence. In that spike room, if you are bootsless, if you cancel your stair lag to the right, you can actually beat the spikes there
Oh, okay.
by walking. Like, you cancel to the right, and then you just walk straight down. But yeah, you know what I'm thinking at this point? I'm thinking about Mitts on Bumper Ledge.
Oh, that would not be fun.
That would mean we would be boots from go mode.
So this, unfortunately, is a 50-50 shot. This could be the map.
Yeah, you just do this. It's a quick little thingy.
Boo. Sad days.
Boo, but I mean, you didn't lose much time going for it.
Nah.
You would have lost way more time having to come back for it.
This is very true.
Like, a lot of this game and deciding like 50-50s and stuff like that is the gamble of like, how much time do you save by not getting it versus how much time do you lose if you have to come back for it. And some like that are just not worth it. And ever.
Unfortunately, this blind script is something that really is hard to teach on the fly, so if you don't know it, at least getting through the first 2 phases safely, it's nice because you can have other safeties like a Cane of Samaria block that you could put down and shoot at the wrong time.
Though, you noticed that after your phase 2, his head flew off to the right, right?
I missed phase 2, the 3rd hit was late. Whoa.
Yeah. Which is totally fine, but what I'm getting at is, for those who don't know this, is the direction that Blind's head flies off after a phase is the direction he's going to move in the next phase at the first. Like, at first.
That's good information to know.
Yeah. So, like, if his head flies off to the left, you know he's going to move left. If it moves to the right, you're going to move right. Yeah, did you rage quit after that blind script fail?
Me? No, I tried to sit up in my chair and I didn't hold on to my thing right. So just for, I already had 10 bombs, but just to show you that top left bush, there's a 50-50 bush. So it's kind of nice because most of the time you'll get your bomb back for that bombable wall, which, if you're low on bombs, can be helpful. Thank goodness, we're not getting a lot of value here.
Do me a favor, just for my own peace of mind here. There's a thief here. I would have gone on the other side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're faster than you at the diagonal. Do me a favor. Turn right. I'm just really curious about this bumper ledge, if you don't mind. We're going into Skullwoods anyway.
That's fine.
I just need to know. Okay, we're fine. It is our second scoutable bottle, but we're fine.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get one of those.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice to get one of those, but... Did you go front to back or back to front here?
How comfy are you with Master Sword?
I think because we already cleared out everything else, I'm going to go front to back. Because Amir would get me an extra check. And if I get myths, I'm like in go mode. So... Yeah. That's just my thought.
So the first model we saw was on Library, to answer Purdy Wong. It was on Library, and then the second one was on Bumper Ledge there. With Cape being on Lumberjack Ledge.
Don't ever open that chest, by the way, at first. Your life becomes a lot harder if you do.
Yep.
Could have hook shotted that chest.
How's your bomb jump?
My bomb jump?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, we made that spreadsheet and everything and I completely forgot what I said I was good at. We made the spreadsheet for me to play this, you know, and I've just been like, just randomly being like, oh, I can make a mistake there. Owie. Owie.
Don't death warp. You fell in. You have to walk out. You were testing me, weren't you?
I was. That one was on purpose. Keeping you on your toes.
Oh my gosh. That's not
it. Oh no.
You know how to do the spin setup? You're too low again. There you go. Good sword buffers up.
I forget again if I usually do it from the other side. I actually have no visual cue on that side. I just assume that I did the spin setup right the first time, which I did not.
Off stream, I'm going to teach you how to do the spin setup because it's so easy once you do it. It's so free, and then you'll never have to worry about visual cues like that again.
Okay, I am gonna death warp here.
I would highly recommend that. I'm pretty sure that's all 3 keys.
Yes.
Matters, but you've only gotten one item. So one item is fire locked.
Yeah. So do we want to still check the boss first, or do we want to check that lower chest first?
Always do the boss first because Moth is guaranteed to have an item. Well, I mean, you want to gamble that the boss has what you need first. Plus, if you don't find a mirror, you're going to save and quit from here anyway, just so do Moth first, and then if he has the map, you save and quit from that lower chest.
Okay, so if we look at this,
because we already checked Bumper Ledge, we're done.
Yeah, so what do you think our next play is from here? Desert Palace is an option.
You're kind of running out of good plays at this point. You've kind of left some kind of gross little one-off.
Yeah, we've got Catfish, which is really annoying. Oh.
Yeah, you could do that with Bumper Ledge, but I don't think it's necessary. You know Pyramid Fairy is dead at this point. Struggling with that room a little bit. That's okay.
Yeah, I was scratching my eye. I completely lost track of what I was doing. I, for some reason, thought I was in the room after that.
No
So,
worries.
whoopsie.
I actually don't hate the desert play. It's dependent, but you also will be able to get ether there, which you could need. Other than that, you know, you got American Fairy, you've got Catfish. You don't have a whole lot left.
Uh-oh, this is not looking great. This is really not looking great. There we go.
There you go. Slow and steady.
Hey!
Hey!
Look at that.
Go mode.
So that would be go mode.
That would be go mode.
Cool.
So,
With a Master Sword and no bottles and no vulnerability items. Awesome. Just what I wanted
here's
to
what I
see.
would do first. Here's what I would do first if I were you. So, save and quit, obviously. Start at the mountain cave so you get full health. And I would flute to Mire area first to see if you need that ether and also to do the, what's it
Mire
called?
Shed?
The Mire Shed. Yeah. You could argue for doing Ice Palace first here. Both of them kind of suck.
I didn't line that up right. I don't have Spooky.
You don't have Spooky.
My
That's
brain
okay.
just completely froze. Like,
You
am I
know
going to
it.
Mire or am I going to Ether? And
Yeah,
the answer
maybe
is,
the-
survey says, go to Ether. Dang it.
Okay, well, it's okay.
That's fine.
Maybe Mirror is in here.
Maybe.
Oh, one of us must have said a dirty word. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I missed it.
Hey, a bottle!
Looky there, you got yourself a safety.
Alright, we're golden now.
Yep. And you have plenty of money, you have flute, so, like, you're
Yep.
fine. You're fine, I get to relax now. What do I have to do anymore? Other than mark that you finished the woods.
I do think that maybe doing Ice Palace first here would be a good play. Because if you do get the mirror, this is faster.
Yeah,
But also, how many checks am I really doing through Ice Palace? 1,
exactly. Like,
2,
that's my thought too.
2,
Yeah.
I think. So,
Icebreaker and Spike.
yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah, we're just gonna hope
You
that I
could
find
probably
a
just have a room
sword.
You want to see what you do for a sword? Or
Yeah, we're
something,
gonna hope that I find my sword in GT, I think.
but at this point, you're in, like, you know, you're in go mode, but you're also just in, like, do things in whichever order you feel most comfortable in mode.
Right.
Yeah, chat, where are the boots? We would like to know that too.
Well, in that case, let's do Ice Palace.
Okay. Gonna get some nice fake flipper action here.
That's not what I wanted to do. I never set up fake flipper with a spin. I don't know what I was doing there. I think I was doing a spin. I think I was doing a spin setup, like for a ledge.
Like,
Just because my brain,
do a bomb jump.
yeah, because my brain is completely shut off at this point.
I mean, that kind of happens in go mode.
Yeah. Hey, important to remember in this dungeon.
Yeah.
Hit the switch.
Yes. Yeah. If you are in go mode and you're not planning to open anything, hit the switch.
Also, this is a good strategy to remember. I mean, hookshot kills these guys, so does Quake, but I might have done it a little bit too high there. But you could place 2 bombs there, throw them,
Fine.
and you can get
Yeah,
all of the guys. Again, that's a check that doesn't take me very long, so I feel comfortable just taking a couple seconds to hopefully, you know, maybe get lucky and that's a sword or something. It was not,
I'll be honest,
unfortunately.
I never check that in go mode.
No?
Nope.
I feel like with the
I
I feel like with the bomb setup, it is quick enough that, you know, if that's a sword... When I'm on Master Sword and minimal safety, it's like I got a bottle, but outside of that...
No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all, in fact.
I want to keep my hearts is why I was being a little bit careful there.
Showing off all these tricks.
Yeah, that's Icebreaker. That's a fun little one. I am not super swaggy. I do still have to menu buffer for it, because... Just because. I don't need this key. What am I
There's
doing?
nothing wrong. So, my whole thing with like menu buffering versus code buffering or whatever is whatever your most consistent strat is. Hey, look, an extra heart. Whatever your most consistent strat is going to be your fastest strat until you take the time to sit down and practice a different one. So consistency is, in my opinion, going to be what you go for more than like the fastest, swaggiest strat.
Yeah. There's still 2 items in here, so I'm going to check this chest too, because it doesn't take much time. Okay, I'm going to check that chest too.
I am
Just
going to
'cause-
poke fun at you a little bit just because I can. I'm just going to hope that a sword is in GT, and I'm going to open all these chests that I tell us along the way.
Yeah, at this point I feel pretty comfortable. At this point... Yeah, at this point I feel pretty comfortable for the rest of the game, but just to show, like, it's okay to, you know, take a couple seconds to do, you know, checks for safeties. If it makes you feel more comfortable, you know, and it ends up taking another 35 seconds, well, if you die once, you've lost more time than that, so...
Too, and then I'll get quiet. Like, SEJay and I already kind of have this rapport built. Like, in most cases, you know, your mentee is not, or your mentor is not going to necessarily, like, poke fun at you unless you already know each other. So, that just kind of comes with, like, you know, building those relationships and talking with people. And I just put teacher mode there for a second, but yeah. Nice. Also nice.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Misery Mire and Turtle Rock.
Yep.
And unfortunately, we have to save and quit each time because I don't have a mirror.
Yeah, that's kind of gross, but you get this free health refill. Your magic stays full, so.
And I can set it.
Worse.
And I can set up Spooky.
Yeah. So go under the rock.
Under the rock, pick it up.
There you go.
And now that glitch that seems super hard, I'm sure it was covered because people love that glitch, but that glitch that seems super difficult to pull off when you see it, that's all it is that setup right there. You just pick up the rock.
We'll pick up the rock.
I also jumped in the water there to show like you can get some invulnerability frames against that murder-dactyl. I actually don't even remember what the technical term, like the actual in-game name for them are anymore.
Oh, the murder-dactyls?
Yeah, I don't even remember what they're actually called in the game.
You know what? Let me do some research for you. Even though chat's probably going to people do it while I'm doing this. LTTP and list of enemies.
Uh-oh, lost my...
Bro.
Got a question in chat here for you from Dante.
Okay.
How do you feel about your route versus what your opponent may have done? Assuming there was an opponent.
Assuming there was an opponent... You know, it's tough to say. I would have to say I feel okay, except for that if you make that riskier Skull Woods play, right off the bat, you get your, you get your mitts, and then you're in a much better spot. I think the only thing we found in Pod was
Book.
Was it Book? So definitely not feeling superb about that. That we dove Pod for...
It was in the back and it was required, so I wouldn't feel too bad about it.
Yeah, because, you know, let me say this: if I went through Ice Palace, or if I went through, you know, Front of Desert maybe or something like that, and found the mirror, I would feel a lot worse if I found the mirror in the seed earlier. Having the book be required, as far as I know, to get the medallion for Misery Mire, is okay with me. Oh, I think that I did that too late.
You were too late on that. I would use Ice Rod there instead of Fire Rod because Ice Rod floats slower, and I would shoot it over to the right instead.
We'll go ahead and take a look here. Works.
Oh, you got it. Nice.
I mean, I didn't need to do that one. I always make this mistake.
Oh, yeah. You got
because we're in Godmire.
No, that's fine. I mean, yeah, there's always a possibility that mirror is somewhere we could have more easily accessed it. But with Swamp being a pendant, that mirror could also just as easily be in Toothy.
Okay, so I need to remember to save 8 arrows here.
Oh yeah, you have Master Sword. Can afford to damage buffer a little bit in the acid if you want. You kind of want to pin up in their grill. Also, this right side is 100% safe, and I love it.
Yeah.
By 100% safe, I mean just from the acid. The eyeballs will still ruin your day.
Yep, and I know I've got a little bit of extra arrows here. I'm just doing this as a precaution. Make sure I have enough arrows for GT and all of those other funny things. Again, it's a little bit slower now, but if I end up needing those arrows later and I don't have them, it's going to be make my day a lot worse. However, there are arrows in TR I could pick up, so, you know, could be a little more reckless there.
That's also my argument for doing Mire before Ice Palace, because if you're low on arrows after Mire, then you can always, especially with your money situation, you can always buy from the upgrade berry before you walk into Ice Palace.
Yep. Yeah, you could. But there's plenty of arrows you can pick up in TR, so I didn't need to be as careful with my arrows there as I was.
Yeah, and Flippio's right. Like, again, like, this is a situation where, like, I know, like, EJ's got most of this handled, but, like, if your mentee needs quiet during a boss fight, like, let them have that quiet and focus time. But also, mentees, don't be afraid to, you know, nicely tell your mentor, hey, I really need to focus and I just have quiet. Like, they're not going to get offended. Like, just tell them.
Yeah,
I'm also the person dead air.
Yeah, I've tried a couple times this run to try to show off maybe a little bit safer strategies than I might normally do if it was a competitive race, just to show, hey, look, there's that shovel that we could have scouted forever ago. I'm trying to do this with a little bit more consideration of stuff like that, like maybe a safer dungeon boss that maybe you don't see, and show that even with some safer strategies, you can still finish the seed, you know, in a relatively decent amount of time. Bonk. You know, I think a lot of, when I was learning how to play Rando, I often thought you had to be, you know, great execution at, you know, everything to get your time down, and there's definitely safety strats you can take that, you know, yeah, when you get to the very high levels, they might lose you some races because they take more time, but in the grand scheme of things, they, if they keep you alive, my motto is if it keeps me alive, it's faster than if I had died. So
I have a question for both of you. This isn't coming from chat, just from me.
okay.
What are your thoughts on this situation on checking Hookshot Cave and or Super Bunny looking for a sword and or silvers if TR comes up empty?
Yes. Like,
So-
just straight yes.
Yeah, so I definitely think I'm checking Hookshot Cave. Make sure if you don't have mirror that you don't go check Super Bunny, because then you won't be able to get into TR. You would have to save and quit, and that feels really bad because you don't have a mirror to do the portals. Dang it.
Well, you can do it if you go in from the TR entry.
Yes.
He's saying
yes.
don't go to Super Bunny from the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And again, here, you could try the hookshot strategies and all that, but you can also just kind of do what the game somewhat intended. Wait right over here. Go back down, wait for that, and then you can safely go. And yeah, it loses seconds, but I don't know. For me, there's different levels to racing this game, and you know, I will self-admit that I'm not a racer that's at the point where, you know, I'm concerned as much about seconds of time save. I'm still, you know, trying to improve overall across the board, so.
Over these pokies, if you have a tempered sword or higher, you have the ability to spin them, and if you get it lined up nice enough, you can kill them in one spin. But because SEJay is at Master Sword, a fire rod shot there is
Much safer.
going to be more effective and more safe. Yeah,
You
because
can get
Master
them from
Sword does
afar.
not do that.
So we are gonna skip lava chest here.
Yeah. Go mode, skip lava chest.
And
Steal
then when
the
I was
key
talking
from the
about
pokey
before-
and move on.
There's those 5 arrows. Yeah, this is a rather low percent end of the game, so we'll have to be careful as this one finishes up.
I mean, on the right side, you do have 13 hearts. You have a bottle with red goo.
Yep.
There's plenty you could, you know, want. But you're also not in, like, dire straits. Yeah, and if you don't line up those shots, that bottom one will bounce out like that, and they hurt.
They do hurt really bad, especially on green mail like this.
Ooh, so checking Mimic Cave? I mean, not checking Mimic Cave because you definitely don't have a mirror. Checking the big chest?
Well,
So, if you steal the key,
yeah.
you don't have to do that.
I know, you didn't stop me in time.
I mean, I thought you were maybe looking for a sword, which
No,
in my opinion,
I'm gonna be honest with that one. That was not me trying to catch you. That was me. I was talking, and muscle memory just took over.
you just had a SEJay moment, if you will.
Yep.
Ooh, are you gonna check laser bridge with both keys?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And here's the reason why. Is that with my current layout, I'm just going to play it safe and take the safety door. Because, you know, I have the red potion, but I would really like to save that red potion for Ganon. I can grab a couple hearts here. And we can use the hook shot to keep ourselves safe. You can also, one of my favorite things in here is if you just walk through this door and shoot a bow, you'll get this guy. He's no longer a problem. This guy you got to be careful of, because he likes to... Or you could fall down the hole and get hit by a laser. That's also a strategy that I don't recommend.
I like to use the Mario block to knock him off, but since you're taking safety door, I would do that on your way back in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the nice thing, is you could take this, kind of push it to him. He'll fall down. So now... Oops.
Nice.
You can do...
Excellent.
I know, I'm so good at laser skips.
To be honest, I'm not very good at useless laser skip. It's okay, this is why you took safety door.
Yep.
This is the exact reason. In fact, I would still probably,
Yep.
yeah, just that.
Yeah, just take the death so that you're in a safe spot and decent health moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was really far off to the to the left there. I was really high up.
It was that was something. How tough is learning laser skips? So
Oops.
it definitely will take practice is what it comes down to. But you basically it comes down to learning how to stutter step, which is kind of what SEJay did, learning the laser timings, or learning how to dash cancel. Like those are your three things.
Yeah, it's just
Also
timing.
practice.
Also learning where to be on the bridge, because you do have to be a couple pixels above the middle, or you'll just get shot in the face.
True.
Big thing to remember here. You can't pause while this is happening. Normally, I'd like to be right below him. But let's use this potion to not die. So, a bit of a shame to lose that potion, but at the same time, use it when you need it. Oh, that's interesting.
That's some gross logic. Oh wow.
That's a weird spot for those. So yeah, at this point, what are your thoughts on Super Bunny? Because I think definitely Hookshot Cave.
If you don't get a sword in Hookshot Cave, check Super Bunny.
Okay.
Like, do Hookshot Cave first because it's 4.
And it's quick.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, don't get to show off all of my bonks that I normally get with the boots, so... Oops.
Yeah, no hovering for you today. Shut.
Yeah, I can't try to hover even. Probably fail. Oh, there we go. We're totally safe now for Ganon.
Yeah. Fisher Price shield is the greatest. Yeah, definitely do Super Bunny.
Yeah.
IMO.
I mean, there's a lot of things in Super Bunny that could help me. Even more heart pieces at this point. Some mail. A mirror would be really nice for GT, even, because routing GT could be a little bit of a pain in the butt if I find the big key in, say, Rando room. And the seed does not want me to have safeties. Okay, so what are your thoughts GT routing-wise? What do you usually do?
I say do Hope Room first, and then let's see what your key situation is after Hope Room.
Okay.
Most situations are going to suck, but if you have to go back upstairs after Hope Room, it's not too big of an issue. But at that point, you're going to commit to full left. If you do, if you go full right, you're going full right to Ice Armos and then have to climb back up, and it's a little bit weird.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, so far without finding the mirror anywhere, feeling pretty good about that pod play. That got us the book to get us ether. Again, the mirror could be somewhere silly. It could be on, I don't know. It could be in ice. It could be in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So, for right now, feeling pretty good. But that could get worse. Especially if I don't find any more safeties or anything like that. Could start feeling rough near the end. Not the other boomerang. Well, that's a small key. We'll continue.
Okay, so you're committing to the full right play.
I think so.
Because you're not going to be able to mirror after Compass Room.
I think so. And then if you don't have half magic, there's a full magic here. Always good to remember. You can kill that mummy and then...
Good quick swapping.
Uh-oh.
I think you're okay. Yeah.
Oof. Hey!
Hey!
I'll take those.
Yo, you just know they're on the torch now, right?
I'm feeling like maybe.
Like,
Hey, this is always a not fun room to do.
ooh, and you don't have any safeties. Nice.
Nope.
Not through.
That's typically what works, is if you can just dash down there, it ends up working okay enough that as long as you keep yourself from bonking or falling off the edge there when you get hit, I find that works pretty well. You can also do this for safety. Bonk over that guy.
You do have to wait before you bonk. You have to let it get closer to you.
Yep. Get some more arrows. We do not have magic, so need to be a little cautious of this. Oh, hello.
No, nice.
Oh, that's not exactly what I wanted. So we got to be careful here because I am getting really low on arrows. Oh, I thought that one had.
I'm just letting you do.
Yep. At this point, I have so few arrows that this is not obviously the optimal strat, but if you want, you could just hold your sword out up and poke. I forget which sword you're not supposed to poke with. It's probably this one because I'm doing it.
I think it's Master Sword.
Yeah, there's one sword I know for sure you're definitely not supposed to poke with. Slashes are always okay, though. Hey. Hey.
Hey.
Okay. Another good safety room to know exists. Unfortunately, don't have the bug net. But this one right here, if you don't want to take the safety room after cannonball, or if you're low on health like I am here, this works. You can just hookshot a couple fairies.
I think you can also bonk that to open it instead of a bomb.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's one of the doors that are... Ooh, are you going to check it?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Hey. Oh,
Free heart.
It's gone immediately.
Lose.
Hey, invulnerability item. Perfect. We'll grab that too.
Nice. You need a small key.
You're right, I do need a small key. That's easily remedied right here.
Yep. I'm really glad I noticed that before you left.
Yeah. That would have been a sad day without a mirror.
Imagine going all the way up and then having to death warp your way back down.
That sounds like something I would do.
I mean, you said it, not me.
Again, have to be very careful on arrows here, so I'm going to play this very safe. Safer than I normally would, but I really can't risk not having enough arrows here. This room is a little bit better. You can get 5 arrows there.
You do have to be somewhat careful with that because sometimes
You can despawn that
you-
if the laser shoots, right?
it's... I think it's at the laser shoots, but also if you have, like, if you left an item on the ground in the previous room, because it's all the same super tile and it's based off of that.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody who knows that better can confirm in chat. In fact, that'd be great. You gonna stop at the safety room?
Yeah, might as well. Again, I've made it this far. There's some magic in here, and there's some bombs in here. So there's no reason. If you're low, no shame in taking your safeties.
Yeah.
Or I could be facing the wrong way when I come in this room. My goodness. We'll see if I can do this.
Where do we want silvers
There we
right now?
go.
The two of us really want silvers somewhere at the top of GT. I don't think
I'm
you're
gonna-
asking us though.
Yeah, I would love to have silvers. coming up right here. That was gonna be a...
Yeah. Most cases, you can just start a dash as you enter that room.
Yeah, so far, not making the best of my abilities here, but that's fine.
It's okay. Pikachu, like, just really likes to take hits because he's, you know, got some girth going on to him.
Yeah, again, we're just gonna... We're just gonna do this the safe way. There. And this is another one of those rooms where if you're low, there's magic down here, there's a heart there, and there's arrows there.
There's also a bomb in that bottom left one that he didn't open.
Yep. That's got a refill of just about everything you would need. Forgot I had boots. That's what happens when...
I was gonna say, you've gone so long without boots, you can have
Yep. Oh my gosh.
That's good.
That was a play.
Uh-huh.
Maybe not the play.
Nice loop-de-loop.
Yeah, now because my timing's off, I have to be careful here. I'm all paranoid that I am going to soft lock GT.
Not just much magic, okay. There's a full magic in that top right pot. You skip it.
Yeah, there's also a
Which is
full
fine.
magic in the room coming up here.
In the room.
I can also usually pick up this
Alright.
skull and kill that guy, get a key. Hey, an empty bottle,
Nice.
that's always fun.
Okay. Oh, you don't even have a mushroom to be able to fake powder.
No.
Cadmium.
I do not. I'm gonna let that go by, grab that full magic, and do one of these.
There is a heart in that top right pot. For future
Yeah.
reference for fights.
And Leo, real quick, there was a question in chat if you could say what the
Yeah.
GT soft lock was. It was covered yesterday. LBT, Lady Boxleaf just confirmed, but it's quick enough to refresh.
Yeah, so if you go up those stairs after first torches, at the same time that the jingle of the door closing happens, you get what is called a jingle glitch, which despawns everything up at the top of the tower, including this bad boy here. And then you can't. You have to read through the entire time.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That could have been a double.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's just me playing bad. There we go.
Triple. There we go. Making up for it.
There we go. And now we gotta catch up on 40 bonks, because we're not anywhere close.
Nope.
And this is a great place to get free bonks. I don't know if they're free, if it causes any lag, but I do them.
I have joined the like bonking during AGA cutscenes.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna try to do the quick kill strats here. Should be able to do something, but who knows. Okay. 2, 3. Nope, unfortunately got knocked away there. Ooh, boy. Not feeling great. Oh, really not feeling great. That'll be 3. I might just have to take a death here, actually. We'll try not to. 4. 5. 6. And we'll grab this just to be safe. Gotta make sure we keep enough magic for... Oh, I'm just terrible at counting. Okay, I'm gonna take a death here. And...
You gonna go buy potions?
I'm gonna try it once without taking the dumb deaths early and actually count my hits better.
Can I advise against this?
Yeah, of course you can.
Because you don't have magic.
Yeah. Of course you can.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Again, trying to emphasize, you don't have to be stubborn. Like, you know, you can have an open conversation and, you know, you can say, like, this is really just not a good idea. Just don't do this.
Green goo? Okay. I guess it doesn't matter.
Nah.
But I would have bought a green goo there first. Not that it matters, because you have, like, a bajillion and 17 rupees.
Yeah.
But you're fine. Right,
Unfortunately,
so fastest.
yeah, unfortunately we have to walk the long way back. But that's
You have boots
fine.
now.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
That's why it's important also to count your Ganons, because I was just under the assumption that I had enough. And that's how you get hit, is by not actually keeping track of everything and just assuming that you're good. A lot easier just to make sure you get your 12 hits in or your 6 spins, whatever you're on. Okay.
By the way, for the quick kill, I like facing up or down for the spin part.
Ah.
It was closer. See?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll get that one in just for safety. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hook shot, and we're safe. Of course, whenever you go and get safeties, you never need them.
Yeah.
So, this is the story of playing this game. I don't know, I'm pretty bad. I'll probably still need them.
You also entered this fight originally with, like, not full health.
Yeah, I did not have a very clean GT. Did you find the arrows in the Dark World? Sure didn't.
Pyramid Fairy. Pyramid Ledge.
Oh, okay.
Catfish.
A little too close there. That's 2. Get away. 3, I think. 4. We'll just wait for him to teleport back. Oops, too early. That's not a great spot for a triple attempt. This is okay. Yeah. Again, not a great spot for an attempt at a triple. That'll work. There we go. So, that was with, you know, pretty bad execution up GT. Kind of a messed up Ganon fight and things like that, but we're still right around... I don't know, we started at, what, 8? About an hour and a half, I think.
Gonna say, yeah.
In-game time of what looks to be about 127, so not the best run that I could have done, but just showing that, you know, you can make mistakes. still get a decent time on any seed, although that was a pretty nice seed overall, I think.
I think we routed it also well. Like, we realized that bow needed to lock something, and we went to pod, getting that hammer, and was rewarded seemingly with a non-progression, but it ended up being required.
Yeah, so again, the biggest highlight that I want people to take out of this is, just having open communication with your mentors is good. Try to be friendly, both mentors and mentees. Like, the best thing about this is that we're all playing this game and trying to learn this game because we like it a lot. And, don't go into it thinking that, your mentor or anything like that is going to be like, really harsh or not take you on as a mentee because, you're new to the game. We were all new to the game at one point. And a lot of people from last year's mentor tournament are now way better than I am. So, it doesn't hurt to ask. And I think for the most part, everybody's pretty friendly.
Yeah, I would 100% echo that. I mean, I know Kaysden and I were in the tournament last year. SEJay mentored last year, and one of the big things that I think a lot of people get almost afraid to do is they're kind of almost like afraid or feel awkward reaching out to mentors for assistance. And it's not something to worry about. Like, we signed up for this with the intention of receiving DMs and helping people where we can. And I mean, this might sound like kind of mean to say, but like, if you're a mentor and you signed up thinking I don't want to get DMs or whatever, then why'd you sign up? Like, personally,
right. I agree with that. I think that just overall, it's like anything, chat about the game. You can kind of tell each other, but don't jump in like head first, like the way you would with like your best bud. Probably don't, if you come on a little too strong, your mentor might be a little like, oh, that's, a lot of personality. But once you get to know each other, once you get along, and by the end of the seed, don't worry, you'll be cracking jokes and having fun with it. It's also just good to, if you are able to, and some mentors have a little bit more time than others, but if you're able to just have some DM chat with your mentor, or maybe even see if they're like willing to do a practice race with a bunch of mentees one night, and then you can chat with them after. I know a lot of people like to talk about seeds that they race right after they play them. A lot of times you'll see people in voice chat rooms after a race is completed. So, look for that. Look for things like that, and then just kind of relax, have fun. If you're not comfortable doing something, be vocal about that, but also don't be so stubborn that, if your mentor is trying to give you some advice, you just don't listen to them at all. Overall, it's just have fun.
Another little thing too, this is a tournament, right? Like, this is a thing that people may see, they want to be competitive in. And that's not an unhealthy attitude to have. Like, yeah, you want to feel competitive, but remember that the whole point of this tournament is to learn. If you leave each race having learned something, whether that is a new little routing technique or a new trick or a piece of executing things, like, if you leave a seed knowing that you learned something, that should count as a victory no matter what race time says.
Yeah, looking over to Xylo in chat, this seed was pretty nice. I obviously made a big oof with the Ganon death. For the most part, routed it pretty well too. That book and pod was huge. And, at the end of the day, I just kind of look for improvements. This is definitely not a seed that I look at and go, oh, I played that one really well. But one of the things I like to do, and for mentees, if you want to do this, you can as well. But after you play, it's not a solid science, but if you kind of take your collection rate and divide it by your time or vice versa, and kind of keep track of that, like if you can improve your items that you're collecting over time, that's a good way to kind of tell how you're doing. I'm not a big fan of just, straightforward, like the time I got on a seed, because there's so many variables that go into that. But definitely care about my time versus my collection rate. And so I think this is going to be a from what my tracker told me, is going to be a 140 collection rate in like 127 something, which isn't great. So, but definitely room to improve. Like, I will try to not die on Ganon next time.
But you know what? At the same time, like you were heads up enough to realize, like, okay, wait, like this isn't gonna work. Like, I just need to restart the fight and give myself a fresh start.
Yep.
Like, and that's good. Sometimes you just need that.
Yeah, and to Oro's statement in chat as well, don't expect that because you have a mentor, you're instantly just gonna win. Like, I think that there was a little bit of that, from not the mentor tournament last year, but just people new to the game. Not all of them, but just having a mentor isn't gonna make you, win all the time. We're here to help you with questions you have, to kind of point out little routing mistakes you have, but ultimately it's up to you to practice and get more, experience at the game. I think everyone who's a mentor, we've been playing this game for, I think a lot of us would admit we've been playing this 30-year-old game for way too long. But we have fun with it.
I have to laugh at you a little bit. Like, knowing you as a person, again, knowing you as my friend, encouraging practice.
Yeah, I don't practice. You. I don't practice.
I am so proud of you, though, for telling people to actually go practice. Because you know what? You are absolutely right that that's something that is going to help.
Yeah, I really...
will say this.
I really don't.
So there are definitely like some little things that people use to help them practice. Obviously, there's the prac hack, which is great for doing execution practice. A lot of my buddies will kind of joke that I'm decent at routing. I'm gonna use decent because I'm gonna be nice. But I will say that all of my routing came from, one, talking with my mentor last year, and two, practicing in the Z3R sim. Like, that thing made a huge difference in my ability to play. So, yeah.
At almost a minute of menu time.
Wow, I'm disappointed in you.
I know, I think that's a good threshold too. Just keep track of other things. Like, the time you spend in menu is time you can save. So with quick swap, really, a menu time in quick swap, I feel like, 45 seconds is considered really good. Like, that's a really good threshold to hit.
We did not even have quick swap in the mentor tournament last year as a legal thing.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, the blessings upon this group of mentees.
Yeah, so I guess the final question from Lady Box Thief, do you think I got learnt?
Well, do you feel like you got learnt?
I feel like I got a little learnt today. I feel like
Taught you that paradox.
sorry, I just am forgetting how to breathe.
You're laughing too. I get it.
I'm just forgetting how to breathe. Yeah. But yeah, I think, it's hard for, me to say exactly how I did, because at times I was trying to play up the mentee thing, and at times I was just playing bad. So I'm just going to say that I was also playing up the mentee thing then too. We're just going to chalk it all up to I meant to do that. But yeah, I think that it's fun. I'm excited to get the mentor tournament started. I'm pretty sure we're the closing act, right? So yeah. I think that is it tonight or tomorrow or something like that? The deadline is coming up for everything. So
yeah, if you're watching right now and you applied to be a mentee and you have not finished your asyncs, like, do it now. Like,
do you have 2 hours left? 2 hours and 15 minutes?
Midnight tonight. So, I'm not sure exactly which time zone midnight, but get your stuff in.
Yeah,
you have time to do at least one of them if you only have one left. So I sure hope you have at least one done.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So with that, Kaysden, is there anything you've been so chatty, Kaysden? You want to say a couple more words?
I don't really have anything to add. I was just letting you two do your thing and trying to keep up with tracking and taking some notes for the VOD and other stuff. But yeah, you guys covered a lot.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you check out Laoria and Kazed, and they both stream. Sometimes they play ladder, sometimes they do other things. But Laoria is Laoria_of_light, and Kazden is just Kazden.
Yeah. And Challenge Cup races are happening, and they're cool. But yeah, thanks, Kazden, for being a help. Thanks, SEJay, for letting me not yell at you like I thought I would.
Yeah, and thanks both of you for being here. I'm glad I could make plenty of mistakes that I'm sure I'm going to hear about for the rest of the weekend. So,
Yeah.
No, SEJay,
right.
you'll hear about them longer than that.
Oh yeah,
That's
Laoria,
true.
you have a Challenge Cup match coming up real soon here, don't you?
Yeah, like an hour, 15 minutes.
Well, good luck with that. I think I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna put this onto this ending screen here. Tune us in with some music, and good luck to all the mentees. Good luck to all the mentors. I hope you have a lot of fun this mentor tournament, and we will be around the Discord chatting with you.